Roll for Romance is a podcast featuring 5 friends thirsty for D20.
Welcome to Roll for Romance. I'm your DM, Emily. This week, I want to know, what is your character's favorite animal? Let's start with Faris.
I think my favorite animal would have to be a pseudo-dragon.
Ooh.
I just think they're cute.
They're cute. Do you have a name for a future pseudo-dragon?
Yes, I believe if I ever was fortunate enough to have my very own pseudo-dragon, I would name it Stanley.
Stanley. Interesting. We'll have to uncover the reason why behind that. How about you, Lanny?
I'm very basic. I think my favorite animal is a cat.
Oh.
I just think they're sweet.
That is sweet.
And sometimes evil.
Oh, the perfect combination.
Exactly.
How about you, Miles?
I'm going to go with an orangutan with a sword.
Amazing. Would you be able to best an orangutan with a sword, Miles, in combat?
No.
In one-on-one combat?
Absolutely not.
I think that's why he likes
Really?
it so much. It's the respect that it commands.
Yeah.
The ultimate enemy combatant.
Yes.
Amazing. And you, lovely Hilrana.
Is Chadley listening?
Oh, no.
Yeah, we can say Chadley's not listening.
I'll cover
Then
his
it's a
ears.
fox.
Oh, scandalous. Chadley was listening.
dear.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I tweeted it at Chadley, so now he knows. I'm sorry.
And of course, as your DM, my favorite animal is a dog, because I love doggies. And we have our little Chadley castmate, Penny Pie, is a dog. So dogs are the best.
What's her favorite animal?
Ooh, Penny's favorite animal is it's a blue pig.
That's true.
Yes.
Blue pigs.
And on that note, let us begin. Hey, kiddo. So sorry I gotta go out of town so soon after you got back. You know how it goes, though. You gotta seize business opportunities when they show up, no matter how dubious and shady they are. That's the Greg the Gregarious way. While I'm gone, I hope you and Chadley invite your friends to stay. I know this big old house can get pretty lonely while you're by yourself. I know you and your pals are all shook up over those weird marks you got in that secret temple, but honey, are you really living if you don't get a few marks along the way? Anywho, I love you so much, darling Hilrana. If you need anything while I'm gone, don't hesitate to throw out the name of your old dad. You never know what it might get you. Or, of course, you can always send me a message, darling. Hilrana has given you all the invitation to come and live at Greg's house for the foreseeable future. And tonight you do have a mysterious meeting at the House of Heavenly Delights, so you'll need to figure out exactly how to go about doing that. But you guys are moving in. What types of things are you bringing with you, and what rooms of the house are you staking out?
Miles, when he shows up, he has like a retinue of people who have brought what seems like his entire house over. Like literally anything, not just clothing, but just like fantasy microwave.
Microwave, yeah.
Vases of plants, maybe his chinchilla, which he has.
And chinchilla isn't your favorite animal?
No.
No, I can't fight my chinchilla. I can fight an orangutan. So it looks like he has legitimately brought his entire home over, and he is scoping out a couple of rooms. He assumes that he'll have a place to sleep, but then also just a quarter to kind of chill in, his own bathroom, ensuite.
Okay, so I'm assuming that you're gonna grab Greg's room, the master bedroom and ensuite bathroom, unless somebody fights you for it. But
Hilrana's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out of town. That's the biggest room. That's the room that probably has like an office attached to it, as well as a bathroom. So that would be probably the option that would be the most suitable for what you're at.
He would be moving Greg's stuff out then.
Okay, yeah, so you're having
Greg
your
doesn't
servants...
have a lot of stuff because he keeps most of his stuff in a go bag.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's mostly an empty room.
That's smart.
There are some nice tapestries.
There's furniture in there.
There's some
keep the
fine
tapestries.
furniture. A bunch of like. He has a lot of crystals. He's a crystal guy.
Oh,
So-
Maybe
yeah.
he'll get rid of the crystals.
Oh,
He'll just set
shit.
those outside of the door.
Just like 5 boxes of crystals outside of his door.
No. You can move those into Faris's
Ah,
room.
perfect. Okay. And speaking of which, Faris, what type of room are you looking for?
I'm looking for a shady room, as I'm not moving my very heavy red velvet curtains. And I don't want my
Oh.
crystal ball to catch Hilrana's dad's house on fire.
That's very practical.
So, towards the back entrance of the estate, because it's not just a house, it has a pool house from what we recalled last time, and a pool.
Yeah,
And
it's very palatial.
Who knows what else? There is a back entrance to the building, which you think would be really nice for you if you have any people come and want to do some readings. There's a downstairs sitting room with a nice velvety curtains that are down there, and then attached to it, there's a little like a hidden staircase that you find that goes up the stairs and into an upstairs guest room. So you could go down, you could sleep up in the upstairs guest room, which has this really nice window looking out into the city, and then you can go downstairs into your parlor for working for people. And yes, the attendants, I'm sure, will bring down the crystals to enhance the atmosphere of this room.
Wonderful.
How close is Faris's room to Mila's room?
How close are they? That's up to you guys.
Hopefully they're close enough to hear through the wall with a glass.
Ooh, okay. So then I guess
Oh.
they would be next door. You haven't noticed any secret entrances and exits, but you have time to discover them.
Be.
Ooh.
Make an investigation check, both of you guys.
Oh no.
Sexy spying on that sexy man.
Oh, I got a natural 20. Natural 20.
Oh, my
Natural.
word.
Oh, dang.
I hear everything.
I got a 14.
Okay, so your investigation was more finding that secret staircase up into your bedroom, and you do notice that it's next to Milace's room, and you could probably hear through the walls. However, Milace, you find, this is horrible, you find in your room a big portrait. It's a big oil painting of Greg. You go to have the people take it down off the wall, and you realize that it's bolted onto the wall, and then you get up close and you can see that there are like little slits in the eyes that you can like open up. And when you do that, there's a matching portrait in Faris's room where you can see through the eyes of the portrait into Faris's bed chambers.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so glad I have a fellow creeper on the
So
other side.
you don't necessarily have to do that, but you see that you can see into this bedroom. Faris, you don't notice this, although if you ever do notice it, it is a two-way thing.
Okay. Well, Faris assumes everybody's wanting to watch her anyway, so it's fine.
But Milace, you could also, if you don't feel comfortable with that, you can always have your servants cover it up. It's totally up to you.
He'll probably keep it, but not to be a creeper, but just in case, you know, if he hears anything weird or scary.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
needs to go
perfect.
Yeah.
Very
investigate.
practical.
Yeah.
You don't know why Greg has this.
I know why
I
Greg
don't.
has it.
Why
We
does
all
he?
know why Greg has that.
You're not sure if Greg's a creeper or if he uses it for shady, nefarious business purposes.
Why not both?
Why
Why
not
both?
both? Okay, now, speaking of shady, nefarious business purposes, that has nothing to do with Lanny. What are you doing, Lanny?
At least the rest of you think it has nothing to do with. No, I'm kidding. Lanny wants to find the most private bedroom available.
Okay, yeah.
So if there's something like in the attic or just something really out of the way,
So there is a special part of the house where it has its own little tower on the side of it, like a turret. That's what it's called.
Yes.
A turret. It's a little bit dusty. It seems like maybe no one has used it in a little while.
Perfect.
But the servants can come and clean it out if you want to, or you can leave it as is. But you have to ascend two levels of staircase spiraling up this turret. But you eventually get up into this really nice, beautiful bedroom. It's a little dusty, but you can air it out, open up the windows. It's very secluded. You can't really hear anything else in the estate. You have the best view from the house of the rest of the city. So you can see from this window up higher in the city the Skygate and the little airships coming in and out, and you can see the palace a little bit, as well as if you turn a little bit more to the east, you can see down into where the funicular goes down into the lower terrace of the city.
That sounds absolutely perfect, and I am going to try and carry my single steamer trunk of possessions up those stairs on my own.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't want to bother people.
Yeah, please make a strength check for me.
I will. It's a 10.
Yeah, it takes you a little while, but you don't drop it or anything. Great job, Lanny.
Yes, excellent.
And of course, you have been living here, Hilrana, but you have free reign of the house now. So what are you doing?
Hilrana is looking for all the little secret passages in the house.
Greg usually is pretty secretive. You haven't had a chance to explore that much since you've moved in.
She knows where like some of them are that are
Yeah.
escape routes because he made sure we have to do safety drills every month.
Yes. Yeah.
So she knows where some of them are.
Also, he was like, oh, honey, this is the one that you could use to, secretly bring people in and out of the house in case there's, you don't want somebody to be seen coming in and out. So you know that one. There actually is a tunnel that goes down through the wine cellar and winds its way through the streets of the upper terrace all the way to tunnel entrance near where his shop is.
He's a Dow,
He's a
right?
Dow.
Yeah.
So he's very good at earth shaping. And that's why there are other tunnels, which let's see if you can find them. Make an investigation check for me.
17.
Ooh, 17. Yeah. So you spend a lot of the time when your friends are moving in, looking through the house. You go up into Greg's room, you're poking around. You find in one of his closets, you're looking around and you see a little crystal statuette, like a jade figurine of a beautiful Dow woman. And you pick it up just to inspect it, and the closet itself starts to rumble and shake, and then it starts lowering down because it's actually an elevator type thing, and it lowers down, you would say at least 4 or 5 stories down into the earth, and it opens up into a secret area of the estate which you have never been in before, and this is where Greg keeps all of his sick, amazing treasures.
Whoa.
Now, some of it is just out in the open. You can see gems, you can see beautiful art pieces. Some of them look legit, some of them don't. You'd have to investigate that more. Drugs, plenty of drugs, but there's also a vault door at the back of this underground area, which looks very secure. And then 2 little passageways that go out of this room, and they both dead end, which looks like it's just thick stone, but you're pretty sure that Greg has a way of getting through it. You just can't figure out what the mechanism is for getting through those.
This is legal.
Oh, 100%
Above board.
above board.
He was like that guy that crafted that murder mansion that just kept hiring different people to do different parts
Yeah,
of the house,
exactly.
and no one knew what the whole thing looked like.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then the great thing about Greg is he did it himself, you're pretty sure, because he has the stone shaping abilities to do this with no problem.
Real quick, did you find this in front of Melee's?
I would say
The secret
yes,
room?
Melee's, because you got that natural 20. So you were probably around for when this was happening.
That's probably around.
Excellent. So yeah, Hilrana, what's your bedroom situation like?
My bedroom looks like it's outside. It's not outside, but I put so many plants and trees and things in there that you go in there and it's more like it feels like a greenhouse instead of a room. My bed is like a bunch of trees together with kind of like a big hammock thing strung, but it's like a big fancy fluffy hammock thing.
Oh, that's so nice. Is there a matching hammock for Chadley, or does he sleep in your Chaddock? That's not a word.
It is now.
Does he sleep in your hammock with you?
He sleeps. Well, he has his own, but he generally sleeps in my hammock.
Oh, God, I love Chadley so much.
Me too.
He's so cute. He has all his. There's like all his stuff too. He has like a little stash in the tree that has like all his little weapons and his some of his novels.
The ones that he didn't light on fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's doing that all the time.
there are some scorch marks around for the times where he's gotten really angry and he just lights things on fire when he's mad. We're working on it.
That's good.
We all know how that feels.
So you've all moved in. Is there anything else you would like to do at the house before you head over, try to figure out what's going on with the House of Heavenly Delights?
Just that Faris is going to organize the closet with her tiaras and her fur trim peignoir sets, her cosmetics and her jewelry.
Yes.
They're all color coordinated. So, she can grab them in a hurry, depending on what company she's entertaining. She cannot feel comfortable until that is situated.
Yeah, and once Milace's attendants are done, they can assist you if you would like, and they can also assist you with the downstairs parlor.
Wonderful.
They can assist you with your downstairs.
They can assist
With your downstairs parlor.
That's what I'm calling it from now on.
This is where I entertain my guests.
It's sticking from now on.
Meanwhile, I'm just going to flop over face forward onto the bed and take her micro nap. And I'm not going to unpack or organize anything. And then I'll get up and do my hair.
Faris is always up for a little secret seeking. She'll go plunder around that study or office of his.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Sure. High roller Greg. Man, come on. Well, son of a bitch. 13.
13. Not shockingly, Greg does not leave a whole lot of a paper trail or any evidence of the work that he has been doing. Milace, had you told Faris about the elevator that went down into this vault? Or are you keeping that a secret?
Did Hilrana tell him to keep a secret?
I don't know. Probably not.
If not, he's probably telling people because to him it's not a big deal to have a room just full of treasure.
Yeah, okay. So,
that's normal.
Yeah, Milace could take you down there. And
I'll take you down.
I'll
there.
also come downstairs
Yeah.
so that I'm not just lurking in my tower.
Sleeping until it's time to go.
Well, Faris would like to invite everyone to her downstairs parlor.
Excellent. And we can do that now that we have our bracelets. You could be like, meet me at the downstairs parlor.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so you can go down the secret elevator into the underground treasure trove. Now, if you all would like to make your own investigation checks to see if you can figure out anything that might give you information about Greg or where he might keep his paperwork.
You guys
I
are
got
like
a
the worst
natural
house
20.
guests.
Total of 24.
Ooh, wonderful.
Yes. Tell me your secrets, Greg.
Faris got a big fat 5.
Yeah, you're just like,
You're probably just dazzled by the wealth.
I am.
Milace.
Milace isn't looking.
Okay.
He is probably talking to Faris and making up elaborate stories about each piece as if he knows, like, as if he's like an art collector.
She is very impressed.
Milace, make a history check for me to see if any of the stuff you say is accurate.
I mean, he's not trying to be accurate at all, so it's an 8.
Okay, yeah. Faris, you make a history check too to see if you know if he's bullshitting you or not.
Well, she got a natural 20.
Whoa!
But here's the thing. Milace is so fucking sexy. She really doesn't care if he knows what he's talking about as long as he knows what he's doing.
He's handling every object as if he knows exactly what he's
And
doing.
Hilrana's watching her watch Milace handling things and just looking very uncomfortable. And Chadley's watching Hilrana watch Faris watch Milace.
slowly backing away.
She's like, I need an
And
adult.
he is not looking uncomfortable. He whips out a little pen and paper and starts writing down ideas for his novel.
Amazing. Okay, natural 20.
Natural 20.
For Lanny. Greg, I rolled a 19 on the die. So it takes you, even with that natural 20, it takes you a while digging through stuff. You get a little bit worried that maybe he keeps all his stuff behind that big vault door.
Right.
But eventually you find you pull like on a little statuette. He has a big thing for statuettes, I guess, Greg. And you pull a little bit and it opens up this secret door that hinges open into the stone, and there are file folders worth of documents in here. And you can root around through there with your natural 20. You find a piece of paper that is a contract with the House of Heavenly Delights for basically his annual membership.
Woohoo!
And it also has a name on it written, which is not Greg Drama. It's like a code name that he's supposed to use to go bring himself and his guests there. Now, Emily hadn't thought of a code name ahead of time. So what is that code name that you find, Lanny?
You're making me do it.
Yeah, you do it.
The first thing that I thought of was Grog the Gregarious.
Grog the Grog. Oh, very, very subtle.
Such a mystery.
It's so dumb.
I love it. Grog the Gregarious. And you tilt your head a little bit at that one.
He's very subtle.
Very subtle man.
Nobody would ever guess.
Just like his drug dealer name is also Greg.
He just had a really hard time thinking of a name.
He keeps all of his password in a scroll labeled password.
Yes.
It's very easy to find all the surface information about Greg. Make an insight check for me if you would like to, Lanny.
I got a 16.
Yeah, so Lanny, you're pretty positive that despite all of this paperwork here, a bunch of it is probably fake.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, there's layers upon layers of bullshit that Greg has put into place.
This man is an onion.
But you're pretty sure that the document seems legit for the House of Heavenly Delights.
Well, I'm going to bring it to everybody else and say, look, I think if we give them the name Grog, the Gregarious, they'll let us in.
The name is so dumb. I loved it.
Which is good, because the only other way that I could think of getting in would be to seek employment.
And Faris, you would know with that you had talked to Mitzi St. Clair about potentially working there, and she was like, ooh, that sounds like it would be really hard to get a job there.
Yeah, I was figuring that it would be really difficult.
Faris, you wanted to look through the paperwork.
Yeah, Faris just kind of wants to thumb through quickly without being completely obnoxious and see what kind of paperwork Greg has and if it's something that she could potentially forge.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to have you make one more investigation check.
19.
19, okay. So you get into the room with Lanny. It's a little crowded in there, but you can look through. It looks like the signature on the piece of paper that Lanny has is legit. You're looking through the other papers, and it looks like he's written with different handwriting, like in almost every single document. Like maybe he didn't even write on these things. This man is a weirdo. He's incredibly squirrely.
I love it.
But the signature, you can look at the signature on there. You're pretty sure it's real. So you've gotten a way of forging Greg the Gregarious' signature.
Greg the Gregarious.
You also, both inspecting the contract, it has a few different little things written on it, which basically says that being able to visit the House of Heavenly Delights is part of the contract, but then contracting services of people there is a separate fee.
Right.
Also, usually most nights it's required that the guests are wearing formal clothing as well as some type of mask.
Ooh. Oh, what fun.
It says that you don't have to wear a mask, but some patrons do if they want to, like, not be known that they're the governor or whatever.
Does he have a mask closet for us to loot? Like, what's going on?
Faris has one you can borrow.
For sure.
Thank you, Faris.
You're welcome.
Melee's already has a mask in preparation of wanting to always have been invited to this place.
Yeah, he's so ready.
Perfect. Little Chadley mask.
We can't. Nobody will be able to tell which squirrel.
His is like the Phantom of the Opera mask.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Wonderful.
Is it on the side where he has the eye patch to kind of...
Yeah.
Because otherwise I don't know if he'd be able to see very well. Here's a
Can
question.
we all describe our masks? What?
Oh, yes, yeah. We can describe our masks, but really quick question. Is Chadley wearing the eye patch for fashion, or is he actually missing an eye?
I have no idea.
Okay, you've never seen.
Hilrana doesn't know.
If you try to remove it, he bites you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just needed to delve into that Chadley lore. Okay, you can describe your masks for me. We're not going to describe our outfits unless you have like a one sentence about your outfit, because we're not going on down that dark shopping path.
Damn it.
Fair.
Fashion role-playing game.
Really, that basically is what this is.
All right, well, Faris will go. It is a low-cut, floor-length, silver sequin dress, and her mask is pretty much made of red feathers.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Very sexy.
Thank you.
Can you describe the mask that you're lending Lanny?
Yes, it's gold tone, very Baroque in pattern, and it has these big teal and peacock feathers splinking up one side.
Nice. Excellent.
Ooh.
So even though I am a girl right now, I'm dressed as a Victorian dandy.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had nothing else in my mind.
Yeah.
But he is a Victorian
Neither did
dandy.
Faris. She
Yeah.
figured.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You look great.
Milays is wearing just a fancy, a fancy male outfit, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But
Whatever. What the fuck
That's
ever.
not
Fancy
important.
male outfit.
whatever's trending. But what's important is that he misunderstood the that they were supposed to be kind of sexy masks, and so he does, based off of his favorite animal, he does have a mask, and it's an orangutan mask.
Oh,
But
Jesus.
it looks kind of like the masks from that show, Sexy Beasts. Like, it looks real.
Oh,
legit.
sweet Jesus.
It is not sexy at all, but that is his mask.
Lanny's having a hard time looking at Milays right now.
Hilrana cannot stop looking at me right now.
Milays figures Lonnie is too aroused by what she's seeing, and then Hilrana, he's preening a little because he thinks he looks great. He's like, I nailed the mask.
Hilrana's just going to morph some wood over her face, and it's got like a lot, but it's covered in gemstones.
Ooh.
The gemstones do not have any monetary value, so you cannot pull pieces
No.
of Hilrana off of her
They're
and
not
use them for
technically
spell
real.
components or sell them.
We need to revive somebody quick. We're going to make a diamond.
Just FYI. You have all of your masks prepared. You are dressed. The note said that you should be there at midnight and ask for a bleeding heart. However, you can get there earlier if you would like.
Heck yeah.
Anything else you want to do before you head over to the House of Heavenly Delights?
Well, let's go. Let's go to the brothel.
Let's go.
Hey there, it's your DM and pal Emily. Ooh, brr. It's getting chilly out there. Why don't you come snuggle up and we can keep each other warm this Christmas? That's right, Christmas. The holiday of spreading love and warmth to the hearts of those you hold dear. That's celebrated in Laniver's home of Toria. Speaking of which, we have a very special, very Hallmark holiday-inspired episode coming out on December 23rd. You don't want to miss this sugary sweet and sexy story of opening your heart to the magic and power of love. Honestly, it was pretty good. We cried a little bit at the end because we were so moved. We're a bunch of saps, but it's definitely worth listening to. We so appreciate you for listening to the podcast, and if you could give us one gift this holiday season, it would be to share Roll for Romance with somebody who you think might enjoy it. Every listener counts, especially you, the one that's listening right now. You count the most in my heart. And the more we can spread the word about this podcast, the more ridiculous romantic content that we can create in the future. Quick little special shout out to Kev, or at @kevbot_MTG on Twitter, for always being so kind and fun to interact with. We appreciate you, Kev. Thank you. Okay, With our announcements done, let's get back to the good stuff, visiting the House of Heavenly Delights. The House of Heavenly Delights is in the upper terrace in the Erie area. It's specifically in the Lark's Way district, which is actually where Greg's shop is located. So Hilrana's been in this part of the city before, and Miles is probably aspirationally gone and just longingly looked at the gates. There's a large wrought iron gate shaped like angel wings and has wrapping ivy around it. And there's a cobblestone path that goes up through some weeping willows and white rose bushes that leads up a fairly steep hill up to this very large 3-story building with big marble pillars on the outside. And you can hear, as you get up there, the sound of gentle music and laughter wafting through the front doors. 2 handsome human men with white satin uniforms stop you all as you approach. Good evening. How are you this fine night?
We are fine. How are you?
Oh, I am excellent. It is wonderful to have you all here. May I ask for your name that you are entering with?
It's Grog, the gregarious.
The other one pulls out a notebook from a pocket in their jacket and starts flipping through it and says, "Oh, yes, Grog the gregarious. Perfect. He's been here a lot of times. Wow. So you must be guests of Grog the gregarious."
Yes, of course.
Perfect. Wonderful. Is he planning on meeting you here tonight, or is it just you all?
No, he invited us to make use of his membership.
Oh, wonderful. So will you be on Grog's tab, or would you like to set up your own tab?
We'll be on
His tab.
Okay, make a deception check for me, Lanny. And we can do it with advantage because Miles was something. Miles was something, also known as Miles was saying something.
I get a 17.
Let me make an insight check. Oh. The one looks at you with a smile and says, "I think Grog would have probably let us know ahead of time if there are people using his tab. And if he's not coming with you this evening, then perhaps you can settle that with him
Well, we're here
afterwards."
with his daughter.
They got a higher roll than you, but I will let you roll again, but with disadvantage this time, Lanny.
Damn
so
it.
if you fuck this up, it's going to make things worse for you here. They may doubt Grog the Gregarious sent you at all. But if you succeed, then you can get your stuff for free.
I think I better back off.
Oh, Lanny, I've got you, sugar. We'll talk to Grog about it later.
Just to make sure that everything's above board, we'll set up your own tab. Now, what name should I put this under?
Oh, you can put it under Faris Divine.
Faris Divine. And if you could sign here, Faris.
Yeah, she's going to completely sign something that's not even close to her real signature, just for practice.
Okay, make a deception check for me.
Deception.
And because you're good at this type of... this is something that you've done before, I'll give you advantage.
Deception. All right, first roll was a dirty 20.
Nice.
And the second roll was 15.
You sign it. The guy doesn't even look at your signature. He's just like, excellent, thank you.
Yeah.
Because he got a 1.
Wonderful.
So you, what name do you want to sign?
Oh, she would probably sign something like Unfaris, Notorious, or something.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. They smile and nod at you all, and they'll both go up to the 2 front doors and pull them open for you and say, "Have a wonderful evening. Please enjoy yourself, and if you need anything, you can look for attendants in outfits similar to ours, or any of our adepts can aid you with what you need and getting information that you would need to make your evening here as wonderful as possible."
Thank you so much.
And so you open up, you can hear more of the music coming in from the lower level of this building. The bottom floor, you can see there's a lounge where patrons are busy drinking. About half of them have masks on. There is a really large bar towards the back of this chamber. And probably the most striking thing for you is in the back area of this, there's a small stage. And there is a woman on the stage with a blue gossamer gown that is semi-transparent. She is a water genasi with beautiful deep blue skin and black hair. And she has all these beautiful pearls woven through her hair. And she's playing a harp. And it is probably the most beautiful harp playing you've ever heard in your entire life.
So it has this just amazing, beautiful melody as you enter. Simultaneously soothing and almost just like a little bit pulls at your heartstrings a little bit, gives you that slight melancholy feeling. There's a nice long bar with a red, kind of canary red and brown Aarakocra woman.
Lanny's incredibly distracted by this harpist and her beautiful song, and is just kind of zoned out, staring at her and like just at her hands and watching her technique, and kind of checks out. She's just trying to figure out how she's doing what she's doing.
And you're for sure not the only person that's watching her just totally entranced. However, it's probably for different reasons. Yeah. There are a few different people that are down there that aren't wearing masks that are very finely dressed. It just seems like there's a variety of adepts, is what they would call them here, who provide different services for you. It is a brothel, but it also has massages and performances of sorts. That is what's happening. What do you want to do? I can describe other people that are down there for you, but that's the things that draw your eye the most immediately.
Faris is really wanting to find out what services they offer, particularly if there is any divination.
Okay, yeah, looking for...
And she wants to hear about their rates and what services they offer as far as divination.
Okay,
scope it
sounds
out.
Great.
I'm obsessively watching this woman, and if she goes on a break, I'm going to ask her if she gives lessons.
Okay, yeah. We can do that for sure.
I think I'm with Faris, just checking to see what's available here. What are the services?
Is there any, like, gambling going on?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll just have you all go together, let's say, except for Lanny, who's entranced.
Yes.
You all can go up to the bar because the bartender seems like a good person to ask for information about what's going on. You make your way up to the bar, and the Aarakocra woman, who I was going to try to have a terrible French accent, but I'm not sure if I can do it now.
No, do it.
I mean, if you try for a French accent and it's terrible, you nailed it.
There you go.
It won't be as good as Buff Wellington.
Nothing will ever be as good as Buff Wellington.
Good evening. Welcome to the you can't pronounce H's though, so I'm not going to say the House of Heavenly Delight. Welcome. It is a pleasure to see you this evening. How can I help you?
Bonsoir, madame.
How are you tonight?
Wonderful. I was wondering if we could ask you some questions.
Of course. Would you like any drinks?
Actually, yes, that would be wonderful. And I have no idea what to order, just the house special.
Of course, the house special, I can give you that, or here's a menu that you can look at.
Oh yes, a menu would be wonderful.
Of course. My name is Marion, and it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Your name is? If you would like to offer it, it is all right if not.
Well,
what should I call you?
You can call me anytime, darling.
Oh, I like it. Wonderful. And your companions, what would they like?
Well, let's look at the menu and see if there's a bleeding heart on it.
You look at the menu, there is not a bleeding heart on the menu. There are a bunch of fancy wines and champagnes and the sunburst and like the pillowy delight. I don't know. A bunch of
Faris
will order
drinks. Yes. Faris and Hilrana would like the Pillowy Delight.
Oh, very good choice. And you, monsieur?
Do you just have, like, a gin and tonic?
Of course, yes, I can definitely get that for you. So she will go and get some drinks. The Pillowy Delight, I think is what I call it. Yes. So it has like this cloud, billowy, like, it almost looks like it's maybe has some smoke and dry ice coming off of it, but then also has like cotton candy type material on the top of it. And then she pours liquid over it and it dissolves and mixes into this sky blue and silvery shimmering drink.
Whoa.
If any bartenders listen to the podcast, please create this drink for us and tell us what's in it so that we can then recreate it.
Well, Faris is going to clap with delight.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it. And here's your gin and tonic. Of course, so you said you had questions for me.
Yes, This is our first time visiting. We're guests of Grog the
Welcome.
Gregarious. I'm not sure if you know.
Grog, yes, he is such a delight.
Yes, that Grog. I'm particularly interested in knowing whether or not you have any divinity services, fortune telling, peeking into the future.
divination. Yes, usually we have that more on special evenings, but we do have a few people that may be able to assist you with some divination, some tarot readings, some...
Yes.
I think that's all we have tonight is a tarot reader.
Tarot would be wonderful.
Any other services that you are looking for?
Friends?
Do you have any games of chance?
Yes. Up on the second floor, you can find, oh goodness, all kinds of games. We have a bit of a gambling hall up there, and you can bet away your fortunes for all kinds of wagers and prizes.
Perfect.
Just go up the stairs and you will turn right. If you turn left, that's a slightly different area. So maybe if you want just gambling, maybe don't go to the right. Anything else?
I am interested in some hot sex.
Oh, of course. What a wonderful you are here.
And
on
you
the
go
right.
to the right.
You are here in the correct place. We have many different adepts that can aid you, give you what you are looking for this evening. She will point out a couple of different people here down in the bar area that look like they are free to entertain guests. She points out a gray Goliath with tight leather pants.
Ooh.
And he's no shirt, just really tight leather pants. She says his name is Seamus. Don't know why I gave him that name.
I like it.
I just want Seamus to Seamus.
Yes, Seamus is such a delight. If you're looking for something a bit more intense, you can go for that. He's not a man of many words, but he is quite a delight to be around. And then there is Alexander, who is a petite human man. He has beautiful blonde hair, and he's actually just over in a corner by himself, writing furiously in a notebook. And then he'll look up and chew on his lip a little bit, and then start scribbling things down, very absorbed in what he's doing. Don't mind him. He is happy to interact with anyone who would like to request his services for the evening. He's such a sweetheart. And then there is Aquaria, who you see up playing the harp. She will get off of her performance in about 10-15 minutes. And then she'll also tell you about, because there's too many prostitutes here.
Too many
I don't know.
prostitutes.
Please keep describing them. I'm enjoying it.
Yes,
That's
me
the whole
too.
rest of the podcast is me describing prostitutes. There is Lily, who is a halfling woman, and she has a bunch of flowers in bright purple hair. She is currently talking to another person whose name is Priscilla, and she is a half-elf. She is very tall. She has wavy black hair. It is very curvy. She's wearing this really glittering gown and a bunch of very fancy looking jewels. And it looks like Lily is just fawning over her. And then there is, over in another darker corner, Kithras, who is a drow man with shimmering white loose-fitting clothes and silver tattoos all over his body.
Ooh, mysterious. Hilrana's gonna get a little closer to them and see if any of them look interested.
Let's go really quickly, before Hilrana does that, to Laniver, who is watching the musician who Hilrana now knows is named Aquaria. She's just completely absorbed in her music, and then she stops when the song is over. She just stands up and then walks away, and you can try to grab her,
Yes.
Lanny, as she's walking off the stage.
I'm going to wait for her to get all the way off the stage,
Sure.
which is taking me a lot of willpower. So
Okay.
I want everybody to recognize that I'm
Yeah.
a hero.
Good job.
And then I'm going to go right up to her. I'll be
Okay,
like,
Lanny, hold on 1 second, because were two other people that were watching Aquaria, and
no.
you have this moment where you're hesitating. I need you to roll initiative to see if you can get to Aquaria before this human woman who looks just kind of has blonde curly hair, and a elven man who both were waiting for the moment to pounce when she gets off the
How
stage.
dare they?
I know. I told you they were there.
No, I rolled a 1. For a total of 6. God damn it.
So the human woman trips a little bit on the hem of her dress.
Yes.
And is not able to get over to you because she also got a 1. However, the elven man strides over before she can even get off of the stage. He reaches his hand out to her as if to assist her down off of the stage. She looks at his hand with this disgust and then just pushes past him and walks down the stairs, making a perfect opportunity, Lanny, for you to strike.
I'm going to go right up to her and I'm going to go, hello, that was so beautiful. Can I have just a moment of your time?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help?
You are not over there right now. Yeah, darn.
I rolled a 16, so that's a 22.
Okay. She pauses for a moment, looks you up and down and says, sure, if it's brief, yes.
Are you taking on students at this time?
Students?
I'm a musician.
Ah.
I'm a very poor harpist compared to you, but it would be a great honor, whatever price.
Whatever price. I feel like your negotiation tactics aren't the best, but I haven't taught anyone in a while. Would you be willing to show me what your skills are currently?
Of course.
She gestures up at the harp.
Oh.
And then crosses her arms.
Oh, all right. I will get on the stage. And
the elven man is like, oh, disgusting. He's very frustrated.
I'm going to compose myself and remember that I have training and I'll be fine. And I wish I could inspire myself, but I can't at this level. No! Oh God, I rolled a 3. No.
Okay,
no.
Hilrana, is there anything that you want to do to try to aid Lanny in this moment? Because this is when you're coming over to look at the different adepts.
I'm going to notice that Laniver's up on the stage, and I'm just going to go over and be like, oh my gosh, it's Laniver. They're such an amazing musician. Have you ever heard of them? And then, get the crowd and, be like, wow, I can't believe we're getting to see Laniver perform.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You.
Okay, you can roll again if you'd like to.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. I rolled a 15 this time, and my modifier is an 8, so it's a 23.
Okay, yes. You play beautifully, and Aquaria stands there with her arms crossed for a while. Eventually, she lets them go down to her sides, and then just gives you a brief nod as if to tell you to stop.
And I stop.
It's mid-song. She doesn't let you finish the song.
That's fine.
And then she gestures for you to come over.
Okay. And I come over to her.
That was decent. Yes.
I want to say that Hilrana is obnoxiously like, whoa, that was amazing. Woo, Laniver. And then she goes up and she's like, Laniver, can I have your autograph?
Oh, of course, just a second.
Aquaria looks at you with disgust, Hilrana, and the elven man looks at you with equal disgust. He's like, this Laniver is not as good as the delightful Aquaria.
Oh, of course not.
Laniver, yes. Meet me here every other Wednesday at 4 p.m.
I nod. I am taking this so seriously.
If you are late, I will not have you as my student anymore.
I will not be late.
All right.
Thank you.
You can discuss with Marion your rates for this. I'm a bit busy right now.
I understand. Thank you. And I will leave her alone.
And as you move away, the human woman comes up to her and they start having a conversation. She actually smiles a little bit when she sees this woman, and then they go off to have a conversation. So it looks like Aquaria is spoken for now. But
okie dokie.
You got lessons.
Yes.
Woo-hoo. So, melees. Faris, do you want to go gamble together? Do you want to go look at the divination together? Do you all want to do stuff together? Hilrana.
You guys want to all do stuff together?
I just want to see, because we can split up if you'd like to. And I, of course, Hilrana, want to honor your desire to get some hot sex. I just wanted to also see if you wanted to explore any of these other activities as a group.
I only have an hour before midnight.
That's fair. Okay, well, Hilrana is definitely going to get some hot sex. Is anyone else, A, going to get some hot sex, or B, wants to go do either look at the divination stuff together or the gambling hall together, or just check out other stuff that's going on?
Faris is definitely going to get a tarot rating.
Okay.
I'll go with melees, but I'm not gambling
Okay.
because I need to save all my money to give to Aquaria.
Perfect. So, yeah, and you can arrange, the fee is going to be 25 gold per lesson with Marion.
I will figure it out. I will starve for these lessons.
Okay. But yes, Miles and Lanny, in a moment you will go to the gambling hall. But first we gotta have Hilrana pick out who she's gonna have some steamy adventures with.
I feel like I'm on a dating show.
You are in a dating sim. That's essentially what this is now. So you have Lily, the halfling woman with purple hair and flowers. You have Priscilla, the tall half-elf woman that is very fancy looking. You have Seamus, the grey Goliath with tight leather pants. Alexander, the petite human man who is writing furiously in a notebook. You have Kithres, the drow man, sitting in the corner, drinking a very dark red looking drink.
I am gonna try to catch Kithres's eye.
You look over towards Kithres and just make a persuasion check for me. What kind of vibe are you putting out to Kithres?
Kind of like powerful, sexy.
Okay, amazing. Do it with advantage.
I have terrible persuasion. Hilrana, get with it. Let's see. Alright, that one was a 9. That one was a 17.
Yay! Okay, so you exude this powerful aura, and he looks at you, and he actually stands up from the table and walks over, and I didn't come up with a voice for him.
We don't need words. We don't need words.
Okay, you don't want to talk to him at all?
No.
They just
I'm
stare
just
at each
giving
other.
him a look.
Okay.
No, it's a look.
You give him a look. He comes towards you like a magnet because he just feels your power, and he comes over to you. He looks you up and down and then just holds a hand out to you.
I take it.
Amazing.
He leads you up to the 3rd floor of the building and into his chambers. It is very dark, and there's lots of like dark midnight blue curtains and a little bit of shimmer everywhere. There's a really big bed in the center of the room with this dark blue, midnight blue velvet bedding. There's also like some stuff on the walls that look like that could be used for more bondagey type stuff.
Excellent.
And he gets in there and he says, "How do you want me?"
Oh, shit. Now, let me just interject here as Faris. Now, when I was making out with Steve, we had to roll to see how well Steve made out.
Yeah, let's make, this is the classic D&D sex roll, which is making a performance check and a constitution check.
Hell,
Do I need to roll both of those?
If you want to. He's definitely will. Because he's
God.
the person that's working.
Hilrana's terrible at performance. Oh, it's a 7. Thank God. I thought it was a 1. It always looks like a 1.
So
Jesus, still 7 is terrible. I got a 9 and a 10.
Okay. The thing is, Hilrana, that he is incredibly submissive. And I think that plays to your strength because you've had a lot of these like woman-only things happening at your satyr commune, and you've always been like, women are strong, so that kind of makes up for some of the awkwardness. There's a little bit of awkwardness at first where he's just kind of waiting for you to tell him what to do.
Hilrana is very like a Klingon is kind of her.
Yes. Yeah.
Female Klingons.
Yeah. So Kithres is definitely like, you can tell that he seems genuinely into it, and he makes up for any kind of performance, I don't want to say inadequacies, but just like he makes it a really good time for you because it's his job. He got a natural 20. No jokes.
Yes.
On this constitution check.
Wow.
It's gonna go way
Good job,
past midnight.
Kithres.
Good job, Kithres. Damn.
Hilrana is very happy with her pick.
Faris, let's do your divination. Divination, you are brought. She also gave you instructions to go upstairs. So you all 3 of you can go up to the 2nd level. There is a narrow hallway that leads straight from the stairs, and that is the one that you go down, and you can smell a little bit of incense, Faris, wafting through the air. And there is a door with a moon cycle carved onto it.
She is knocking.
Answering the door is a gnomish woman who has this really pretty silvery hair in 2 small braids. She's wearing loose, flowy robes, similar to sometimes the stuff that you'll wear for fortune telling. She definitely has the aesthetic of the stereotypical fortune teller. And she looks up at you and says, "Welcome. Please come in."
Thank you so much.
Are you here to get your fortune?
Certainly am. And also, I feel the need to tell you up front that I also am a tarot reader. So I'm really interested in knowing your process.
Of course. Yes. Yes, I always love to talk to other people who are interested in the divinatory arts. Come in, come in.
Thank you so much.
She sits you down at her table where she has a set of a deck of tarot cards and says, "Do you have anything in particular you would like to ask me about my process? Or is there anything that in particular that you would like to know from your reading?"
I do have a question for a reading in particular. I have a very good friend, and I'm wondering if someday he may be a little less platonic.
Oh, yeah, we can definitely do that.
Wonderful.
So for a standard romantic inclined reading, that will be 100 gold.
Perfect. We'll put it on my tab.
She does a reading for you. I'll just draw you a tarot card.
Okay.
One tarot card.
One card.
It's
she
a one
will-
card reading for 100
Yes.
gold.
She's that good.
She is that good. She'll do a 3-card spread, but we don't have time for that. So
Yeah,
we'll
so
just do
one.
we'll do the one card that symbolizes the future kind of outcome of what is happening, or one to encapsulate the whole thing. Would you like to just draw a
Sure.
card, Holly?
Nah,
shit!
that's not good.
What is it? What is it?
This is the final card in the 3-card reading. It's the 8 of Cups, which has for our listeners at home, has an illustration of a number of 8 cups in the front and like a moon that looks sad, and then a humanoid figure that is walking away with their back turned from the cups, and it has a very melancholy kind of look to it. Sarah, you guys know more tarot than I do. What does this card actually mean?
So, the way that I would read it, I'll be brief, is this is the minor arcana version of the Hermit. So it's like leaving behind the blessings of your life to pursue like a spiritual pursuit.
Which that would make sense in this case, because Faris would consider herself a treasure and a reason for living for Milace, because she is that way to everyone. But she also knows he's got to do his hero shit, so eventually he's going to have to walk away from her, but he'll be back. They'll
This
always
is
come
oddly
back.
spot on, y'all.
Yeah,
It really
it's
is.
a good
It's kind of
card.
spooky.
Very cool. So that is the reading that you get, which, is not necessarily a super happy card, but makes sense. So she seems fairly legit.
Yes, so I think Faris would be impressed and a little bit sad, but she will, just a note, Faris will pay the lady because she doesn't shirk fellow service folks.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, the drinks, that's another subject.
Oh, the drinks are free. You don't have to pay for the drinks.
That's right.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that.
But she's not going to pay for those drinks.
I'm not paying for those damn drinks.
Greg can play for the drinks.
That's right. Damn it.
Amazing.
Like how mean we're being to Greg. He let us live in his fucking house.
Well, we did we moved in, and yeah, that's great, but then we had to go see his fucking treasure. So I'm like, Greg could spot me.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
Greg's the 1%.
Yeah.
Oh, Greg is for sure the 1%. Hilrana, your cost for your services. Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
He paid you.
He's a professional. He's not gonna. This is his job, okay? Even if he enjoyed it, that's a perk of the
I will
job.
gladly pay him, yes.
If that was 100 gold for a tarot reading, I'm gonna say that it was 2,000 gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Don't I only have 1,000 gold?
it's okay. We can have Greg spot you.
I'm
not gonna make you spend
Greg.
all of your money on a prostitute. It's okay.
Take all my money.
Dear Dad, we enjoyed the club, and hey, thanks for the date.
Yeah, I told you how much money you had so that you wouldn't just have outright bought your membership to the House of Heavenly Delights.
I might have
Oh,
the
I
reason.
one.
see.
But that's like 500,000 gold.
I'm gonna save up.
Anyway, so that is your reading, Faris. Now, let's go do some gambling with Miles and Lanny.
Real quick, because the bartender was like, go left for gambling, don't go right.
Uh-huh.
And it sounded like she was implying that it was like a really bad idea to go right, maybe slightly dangerous, was the vibe Miles got from that.
Okay, sure.
He's gonna go right.
Hell
He's
yeah.
gonna talk to Lonnie and be like, yeah, I think the bartender said it was gambling halls over here.
You weren't there for that exchange
I was
either, Lanny.
not. Can I
Yeah.
roll insight? Can I insight check? Because this is a lie.
Yeah, you can insight and you can make a deception check, Miles.
I got a 10.
Well, I got a 4.
He doesn't seem to know where he's going.
Okay, Miles. Let's see what's over here.
Okay. So you guys walk over, and as you walk that direction, you start to walk past these rooms where there are sheer curtains that are blocking the doorways, and you can see all kinds of public sex acts that are happening in different rooms. And then finally you get to the end, and it looks like it probably goes into a very large theater. The doors are closed, and you see a somewhat older human man running down the hallway. He pushes past you. He's wearing like full bondage gear, but he's got a horse mask on his head. And he opens the door, and you get a glimpse of something that Emily's not going to describe to you, but it is a very mind-altering view into this room before the doors slam. And so this is the extra sexy, public sexy area of the building.
All right. Well,
Interesting.
No
That is
danger
not-
that you can see. Just a lot of people doing all kinds of sex. Doing sex.
sex. So,
I think we're both very uncomfortable with throwing out.
I'm kind of craning my head. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of that.
Miles will look at Lonnie and be like, I apologize. I'm sorry. When the bartender said don't go right, I thought it meant more like dangerous gambling. Like fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Not orgies and
Oh, no, of course not. Not at the brothel. But no apology necessary.
Okay, so you guys turn
Let's
around,
go
I
gamble.
assume, and go gamble.
My evening was just improved. That was fine.
Okay, so you do a little U-turn, you head back down the hallway, and head down into a much more rowdy, loud, laughing, cheering, different kind of rowdy, I guess. A full spread of different types of gambling in this very large room that has a little balcony that goes off, and you can go stand out and look over into the gardens, Miles, where you see that there is some like fighting action going down there where people are betting on fighting. It looks like they're patrons that are fighting each other, not adepts at the moment. But there's also all kinds of gambling up here. Cards, dice, like a roulette wheel. I don't know what other types of gambling there are, but everybody's having a great time up here.
well,
So, do you know how to play any of these games besides the one where you hit each other very hard?
I'm pretty good at cards, but I think I'm better at hitting people. So that's where I'm going to be going.
Excellent.
All right, so you bypass all the tables. A couple people try to catch your eye, Miles and Lanny, as you go by and look at you as if they're trying to lure you into the tables. But you head outside, I assume, unless, Lanny, you want to gamble it all up here.
No.
Okay,
no.
perfect.
My luck is really bad. So,
Amazing.
I need to save my money.
So you head out and down into the garden fighting pit. I don't know.
Yeah, the fighting pit.
Fighting pit, yeah.
Yeah.
The octagon.
The octagon, the fighting octagon. It's surrounded by like 8-sided shrubs.
Nice.
That are all have these beautiful roses on them. A few of them are like slightly splattered in red from where somebody bled on them. But you can go, there are two people that are finishing up their fight. You see that it is a very tall Goliath woman, let's say, is just pommeling the crap out of a pompous looking human man. And then she just kicks him to the ground and he's like, all right, I surrender, you win. And she just stands there and then gestures towards somebody who brings over a big bag of probably gold that he had bet on this.
Oh, wow.
After a moment, she gives him a hand. He grabs it. They get up. She pats him on the back a little bit too hard. And then they leave the fighting pit.
So what do you think, Miles?
I am going to go to the, what are they called? Bookies?
Yeah, sure. There are a couple different adepts in those white silk outfits, and they will happily take wagers from you. There is a human woman who is taking money. You see people exchanging things, making their bets for the next fight that is going to happen.
How do I sign up to fight?
Oh, you're interested in fighting. Yes. After this next match, I believe we have Zara. You just probably saw the end of her fight. She would like to go for another match after this next one. So if you'd like to fight her, you're more than welcome to. But I would talk to her about what you want to wager.
Wait, so I can bet on my own fight?
You can make a wager with the person that you are fighting against.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, you can't bet to see if you win or lose. That would be, you could easily rig that. But I can happily take bets for you on other fights that are going to occur.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a wager with Zara.
She's wearing this beautiful, it's probably not actual shark skin, but it looks like shark skin, like a evening gown, but it has a little slight tear in the hem of it, but otherwise looks perfectly pristine. She didn't look like she took any damage the previous fight, and she's talking to that human man and grabbing a drink for him.
I love her. Miles, you can do this. I'm sure. I've seen you in combat, and I know how well you fight. I'm giving you bardic inspiration is what I'm trying to say.
Yay!
Aww.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. She looks like she's going to be tough to take down. I love a challenge.
Can I help you? The Goliath woman says to you, seeing you guys standing, staring at her.
I just grin at her. I'm not talking.
Hi.
Hello, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm Miles. I just signed up to do battle with you after seeing your amazing sparring in the pit.
That will be interesting.
Yes. The bookie told me that there might be some interest in some side wagers. We could perhaps work out a deal.
All right. What do you want?
How about if either of us win, or well, if I win or you win, we exchange 200 gold.
That is a bit boring, don't you think?
Well, what do you suggest?
She looks you up and down. You have any weapons? You look like a fighter.
You do have that magical shield, Miles.
Do have that magical shield. I don't know if I brought it with me.
You didn't, but it's okay if you wanted to arrange for something. Not weapons, I would say 5,000 gold.
Shit.
Oh, gosh.
Or perhaps we could get room.
Hell yeah.
He perks up at that other one because he does like a strong lady. Yeah, I think he'll take that second one. I don't think he wants to get rid of the shield. He definitely doesn't have 5,000 gold, but it's been a while, and she looks awesome. So he'll stick out his hand he's like, you know what? I'm very interested in that latter proposition.
So if I win, we get a room. If you win, what do you get?
Oh, well, we get a room. That sounds great.
She cocks an eyebrow at you and then nods. It is time for Miles and Zara to fight. Let's go ahead. We're going to make 3. There's no weapons. It's just punching. So we're going to make 3 strength checks. And to at best 2 out of 3 is going to win. Just roll a d20. You'll both have +6 for your modifier. So actually it won't matter. Just roll the d20 and whoever gets higher will. First
I got
roll.
it. 18.
Oh shit, she got a 17 on the first roll. So what kind of maneuver do you do, Melees, with your first attack?
Well, since this is foreplay, I think the first one is going to be grappling her from behind and just like some sexy breathing in her ear. And I'll say something sexy, but I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Something sexy.
That's too funny.
She like kind of growls a little bit at you in frustration that you're able to grapple her so easily. Let's do our second roll.
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh shit! Ooh. Damn it! She only got an 18. So she goes to try to elbow you in the stomach and then like flip you over her shoulder, but you are too fast for her. And what do you do, Melees?
Instead of flipping, I will counteract it by falling backwards and pulling her on top of me.
Now the thing with this is that she's going to have advantage on her next roll, Melees, because she is on top of you now, so she has a body weight advantage.
Yeah,
yes,
but
she does.
He's already
That's
got
all right.
He's already won,
yeah.
but we're going to still do the last roll.
Yeah.
Just to see what happens. Jesus. That was shitty.
I got an 8, so.
She got 5. So, something about you is just throwing her off, and she's really strong. So a lot of this has been like a contest, but she's not able to get the better of you. And what do you do for your final move in the fight?
We'll roll around, and eventually I will pin her, and I'll be on top. And then I'll say something sexy again.
And she just says, "You win." Only a few people cheer. The rest of them are like, "Oh, fuck." Because they did not bet on Melees
And I'm
against
like,
the big
"Yay!"
Goliath woman. Yay! She's underneath you and she just looks at you with desire in her eyes.
Let's go to bed. We're just gonna cuddle.
Okay. Yeah, so up in the room that you guys rent, you have some very firm cuddles. I'm not saying that as a euphemism. It's just that she's a very strong lady. But you won, so she does what you would like to do, and they're nice. They're good. She's got really strong arms.
Cuddles. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
it's
wanna be
Melees
held.
the little spoon.
Is that what you want,
Sometimes,
Melees?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Melees, you can eat a little spoon. So you all, after your various activities, can make your way back down to the bar. It is around midnight.
Well, we better order that drink, I think.
Yep.
So I go up to Marion. Excuse me, may I have a bleeding heart?
Oh, yes, of course. Would you and all of your friends like a bleeding heart?
Yes, if possible.
Interesting. All right. Now, I must. The bleeding heart is a interesting drink in that you must give consent to consume it.
This is an interesting conundrum because I'm not exactly sure what's in it.
That is a secret, but we will give you. She pulls out this piece of paper that says, she will let you know. We guarantee that your safety is, of course, our top priority. No harm shall come to you, but
Before she's even done, I'm like,
this is a very special drink, and it requires that you consent to the effects of it.
I give her my signed form.
Okay, you give her the signed form. It's very official. And she passes you a beautiful, lovely, blood red drink in like a martini glass.
I wait for everybody else if they're going to sign.
Yeah, Faris will do it.
Are you signing your real name?
No. It's going to be Dulali Flickenheimer.
As you start to write your name, the wrong name, it just disappears. She's like,
Magic.
we need the definite consent for this.
Oh, okay. I'm going to sign, what is it? Grog, the Gregarious.
It just disappears.
Okay. She'll sign FD.
Okay,
Squiggle,
that
squiggle.
is good enough.
Sure.
You sound very enthusiastic about this. So are you both signing?
Yeah, I am.
She passes you the drinks. They are delicious when you have them. She gestures for you all to go have a seat, and nothing really happens for like 15 minutes until you all start to feel a little fuzzy in the head, a little weird and strange. And I had made you guys all do rolls for me before many weeks ago.
Oh, that's right.
And none of you succeeded. So you all eventually black out from this drink. You awaken in a cold, dark cell.
Great.
Stone walls. There's the sound of dripping. The floor is a little bit damp. There's a small wooden bench that you all have been propped up on, and you find yourself awakening. There is a door with some bars in a slit, and the only light source is coming from down a hallway that you can just see a little bit of light flickering in front of the window.
Wonderful.
Well, crud.
You hear the sound of footsteps coming towards the door, and then you see a hooded, shadowy figure in front of the bars for the door. They unlock it. You all notice at this time that your hands and ankles are bound. You see this tall, hooded figure. You can't make out their face because the light is so dim and the hood is so far over their face, and they come towards you with a knife.
We make good decisions.
Hilrana, what has Chadley been up to at the House of Heavenly Delights?
I was busy with that guy.
Okay,
I have no
so
idea
yeah,
what Chadley's
pretty
doing.
much as soon as you got there and he saw you going off with Kithras, Chadley scampered off, and God knows what Chadley is up to.
He's gambling.
I think he's gambling
Yeah,
too.
I think you guys
Definitely
saw him
gambling.
at the craps table.
Definitely a crap
With the little,
squirrel.
little tiny dice shaking it in its
And he's like
paws.
some sweat beading on his spur because he's like, I really got to make this one,
I'm
guys.
not going to be able to feed my family this month.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I'm picturing like a really buxom lady in a sparkly dress,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he like keeps
Priscilla's
having her
next to him.
blow on the dice.
Yeah, Priscilla is sitting
Yeah.
next to him, the very tall, buxom half-elf woman, and she'll like give him a little kiss on the cheek, and and then he rolls,
and like kiss the dice,
and then it like fades to black. We don't see. Everybody has a shocked look. This is right as you guys are about to get knifed. There's
Yeah.
a shocked look to everybody at the table, and you don't know if Chadley has won or lost.
Amazing.